To Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
To Patsy.
Crazy.
To Dolly.
Jolene, Jolene.
All the classic country music to start your Sunday morning. You bring the hash browns, and I'll bring the Hank.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. Good evening, I'm Chris Palermo, and here is what's happening. The Nevada Attorney General, Aaron Ford, has filed a lawsuit against President Trump, stating that one of the newly signed executive orders breaks the 14th Amendment.
The Nevada Attorney General's office has filed a lawsuit challenging President Donald Trump's executive order that seeks to block birthright citizenship for children born to parents without legal status in the United States. Attorney General Aaron Ford announced the lawsuit on Tuesday, asserting that the executive order is unconstitutional. Nevada joined 17 other states and Washington, D.C. in opposing the order, which aims to eliminate the recognition of birthright citizenship for children of undocumented immigrants. The executive order issued by Trump asserts that the federal government will no longer grant citizenship to children born on U.S. soil if their parents are not legally present in the country. Ford and other plaintiffs argue that the order undermines the 14th Amendment, which guarantees citizenship to all individuals who are born in the United States.
Within hours of Mr. Trump being sworn in as our 47th president, he violated the Constitution by issuing an executive order purporting to limit what is commonly known as birthright citizenship. Let me offer a brief background on what that is. And that background, unfortunately, begins in the darkest chapter of American history, slavery. We all know that for centuries, enslaved Africans and their descendants were denied basic rights and humanity. This dehumanization culminated in the infamous Dred Scott versus Sanford decision of 1857, where our Supreme Court ruled that black people, whether enslaved or free, could never be citizens of the United States. In fact, our Supreme Court declared that black people had, and I quote, no rights which the white man was bound to respect, unquote. This dreadful decision obviously was rooted in racism and designed to perpetuate oppression. It was the Civil War and the 14th Amendment that ultimately remedied this atrocity. The 14th Amendment's Citizenship Clause declared, and I quote, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. Yet, even after the 14th Amendment, the meaning of birthright citizenship was tested. Mr. Trump, in this executive order, purports to address unlawful immigration through our country. And again, Mr. Trump has every right to implement his immigration policies, but he must do so constitutionally. Yet his blatant attack on birthright citizenship directly offends the Constitution. Accordingly, a few hours ago, I sued Mr. Trump in federal court for violating the United States Constitution, as well as the Immigration and Nationality Act and 2 U.S. Supreme Court decisions. If allowed to stand, this executive order would mean that some babies born in Nevada who would have been citizens will no longer enjoy the privileges and benefits of citizenship. Individuals who are stripped of their birthright citizenship lose most basic rights and will live under a threat of deportation.
The Attorney General also stated that it was unclear how long the legal proceedings would take. In addition, the American Civil Liberties Union, otherwise known as ACLU, announced that they will also be filing a lawsuit challenging the president's executive order.
More news now. The nation's capital has been on the go since President Donald J. Trump took office for a second term. And our News 25 Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers now joins us from the heart of the city with the latest news coming out of Washington.
The first days after the 60th presidential inauguration ceremonies that officially swore in President Donald J. Trump as the 47th president have been marked with an array of incentives that catapult America once again on the international and national arena. The president offered the following recent remarks from Washington, D.C. Let's take a look.
I signed a sweeping slate of executive orders to stop the invasion of our borders. I launched a government-wide effort to defeat inflation and bring down the cost of daily life and bring down the cost of energy, magnificently bring it down. And when energy comes down, Larry, I'd say generally speaking, when energy comes down, everything else comes down. The prices of food and the prices of everything else come down. Energy is that's the big baby. And we declared a national energy emergency to drill, baby, drill.
The president's progress in his first hours back have been deemed as the most productive of any modern-day administration.
We ended destructive DEI mandates across the federal government and returned our country to a merit-based system and a common sense system. As you know, the Supreme Court gave us a decision on merit, where things in this country can be based on merit now instead of a lot of different rules, regulations, and things that really put our country at a big disadvantage. We permanently stopped government censorship and restored free speech.
President Trump aims to realign America as the greatest, most powerful, and most respected nation worldwide.
We renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Sounds so beautiful, the Gulf of America, and returned the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley. They took off the name.
DJT announced his plans to travel to Nevada in the near future, while further details remain unknown as of this newscast.
We're going to take care of Los Angeles. I'm going there. I'm going to North Carolina, which has been abandoned by the Democrats. And I'm going to North Carolina, very importantly, first. I'll be there on Friday. And then I'm going from there to Los Angeles. And then I'm going to Nevada.
January 22nd marks the President and First Lady's 20th wedding anniversary and my birthday. Proudly reporting from Clark County and getting it over that hump to all my people in the sunny desert oasis of Pahrump, I'm Maria Centers for News 25 Las Vegas.
All right, and wishing you a very happy birthday, Maria, and continuing our presidential coverage. One of the many executive orders that newly inaugurated President Trump signed ordered all DEI hires to be placed on administrative leave. And here is what News 25 knows so far.
The Trump administration has directed all federal employees working in diversity, equity, and inclusion, also known as DEI roles, to be placed on paid administrative leave by Wednesday evening, according to a memo issued Tuesday by the Office of Personnel Management. The memo sent to heads of federal departments and agencies establishes a deadline of 5 p.m. Wednesday for notifying affected employees. It also mandates that the closure of DEI-related offices and programs, along with the removal of corresponding websites and social media accounts. Additionally, federal agencies must submit a written plan by January 31st outlining the process for dismissing employees in these roles. This action follows an executive order signed by President Donald Trump on Monday, which called for an end to what he described as a radical and wasteful DEI programs within the federal government. The order mandates the complete shutdown of DEI offices and initiatives. President Trump campaigned on ending the scourge of DEI from our federal government and returning America to a merit-based society where people are hired based on their skills, not for the color of their skin. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said in a statement Tuesday night, "This is another win for Americans of all races, religions, and creeds. Promises made, promises kept."
More local stories coming up, your weather, and Mikey has your look at sports. You're watching News 25.
Car wreck? Check. Motorcycle wreck? Check. Truck wreck? Check. Bicycle wreck? Check. UFO wreck? What? In a wreck? You need a check. Call Lerner and Rowe today.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
We love you, Pahrump. Thank you for making the Auto Plaza #1 in Nye County. We are incredibly grateful for your support and proud to be serving our community now for 20 years. Whether you're looking to replace or service your vehicle, consider this. We offer dozens of new GM models in cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus hundreds of the highest quality pre-owned vehicles for sale in Southern Nevada. Our all-star service team is here to keep your vehicle running in tip-top shape. The factory-trained and ASE certified technicians here can work on most makes and models, and we carry the latest in diagnostic and preventative maintenance tools to get the job done. Visit PahrumpCars.com to check out our current selection of vehicles, schedule a service appointment, or even order factory accessories for your ride. Don't forget to stop by the Auto Plaza and get a free alignment check before you hit the open road, or visit PahrumpCars.com.
Got bills? Need some pay? Then come be a cowboy trucker at Ponderosa Dairies in Amargosa Valley. They're currently seeking experienced CDL drivers to haul hay, grain, and milk while earning up to $2,000 a week. This isn't a job, it's a career. Whether you hit the open road or drive around Nevada's biggest dairy, they offer a great wage, benefits, and 401k retirement package. If you have what it takes to be a good hand, isn't it time you ride for the brand? The beautiful Ponderosa Dairies are currently hiring qualified CDL drivers who have doubles and tankers endorsements, as well as the ability to drive a standard transmission. If this is you, call Ed now, 702-682-3339. Once again, 702-682-3339. Send an email with your information to ap@ponderosadairy.com. Join the family at Ponderosa Dairy.
They've outgrown their homes and started looking for new ones. But one couple gets a low appraisal, so they can't buy a bigger house. Homes in Black and Latino neighborhoods are often appraised at less than fair market value, leaving Black and Latino families stuck in place. If you believe your home has been unfairly appraised because of race or national origin, that could violate the Fair Housing Act. Contact HUD. Everyone has a right to fair housing.
Big rigs can cause big injuries. Get big help. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo on this Wednesday. Well, in sports, the Las Vegas Raiders are still on the hunt for a head coach. And here is Mikey with all your look at sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Can the Golden Knights snap a 4-game losing streak? We'll find out Thursday evening as they take on the Blues in St. Louis. New details have been released for WWE World, a 5-day fan experience coming to Las Vegas Convention Center in April in conjunction with WrestleMania 41. WWE World will offer a variety of experiences for wrestling fans, including roundtable discussions with superstars, live podcasts, and the largest superstore in WrestleMania history. Now that Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson went to the Bears, a few names stick out for head coaching the Raiders. Former Seattle Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll, former New York Jets head coach Robert Saleh, and former Washington Commanders head coach Ron Rivera. And me, I think I'd make a very great Raiders coach. Pahrump Valley Trojan girls basketball are in action this evening against Sunrise Mountain. JV is in progress, varsity at 6:30 p.m. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Okay, thank you very much, Mikey. Well, look out, Netflix lovers. Netflix Bites Restaurant is coming to Las Vegas next month. News 25 has all the tasty details.
Netflix lovers and food enthusiasts are in for a treat as the streaming service announces the opening of Netflix Bites Las Vegas. Netflix Bites Las Vegas is the latest iteration of a dining concept that gained popularity with a successful pop-up location in Los Angeles in 2023. The restaurant will offer a menu inspired by popular Netflix series, including Stranger Things, Bridgerton, Squid Games, One Piece, Love is Blind, Too Hot to Handle, The Floor is Lava, and Nailed It. It will also feature culinary creations inspired by shows like Chef's Table and Dinner Time Live with David Chang. The new venue promises a dining experience that combines food with elements of Netflix's most recognizable content, also bringing a new immersive way to engage with the streaming service's hit shows. Netflix Bites Las Vegas will be located inside of the MGM Grand, adding to the resort's extensive list of dining and entertainment options. The restaurant is expected to draw both Netflix fans and foodies, offering an experience that blends television nostalgia and culinary innovation.
All right, we'll have to try that. And Josh from Great Computer Deals gives us our weekly quick tutorial on the pros and cons of free email services compared to paid email services.
Hey guys, Josh Osborne here with Parump's Own Great Computer Deals. It's time for another quick tutorial. Today we're talking about free email services versus paid email services. Now I'm sure you have an email account, and in many cases people will have a free one. Google offers Gmail, Yahoo has their Yahoo Mail, Microsoft has Hotmail or Outlook, and they're totally free. It's nice to be able to have a free service, but one thing that a lot of people don't realize is when you get these free services, because it's free, you are just a number to them. You are of no real value because you're not paying for that service. So if anything were to go wrong and you need to talk to an actual human being, there is no number you can call. There is no email address that you can write to. And honestly, I've seen many times where people have their entire business on one single Gmail account, for example, and then when they get locked out of it, they don't have anybody to turn to help, and their entire business is compromised because they're completely locked out and there's zero they can do about it. If that's the case, what I would consider for you guys to do, if you really are desperately in need of your email service and you can't live without it, consider going with a paid email service. I won't list too many specifics, there are tons that are out there, but when you have a free one, you get no service. When you get a paid service, there is always somebody to help if things were to go down because you are paying them a monthly fee. Even if it's $5 a month, they want to continuously get that money coming in, so they're going to be available to you. There's an actual tech support number where you can talk to a human being and get support. So learn from a lot of these folks that have got free email services, have lost their password or got changed on them, and they had no options, nobody to call, and consider getting a paid one instead. I know it's a couple extra dollars out of your wallet, and that's tough these days. We're all kind of struggling. But if it's an email address that's crucial to your business or to you personally and you cannot live without it, you cannot take that risk. So I make no extra money by giving you a referral in this case. I've just seen so many times where people have come in and lost something that's extremely important to them, and there was nothing we could do to help because it was through a free email service. Consider getting a paid one. I guarantee you won't regret it. I hope this information helps you guys out. We'll catch you guys on the next quick tutorial.
Thank you very much, Josh. Great advice. And as always, you can go to our Facebook page to replay the stories and get more information. More news coming up. You're watching News 25.
America is great and Pahrump is awesome. We have room for our furry friends, and when it's time to care for them, we have the best feed store, Shadow Mountain Feed. Who did Siegfried and Roy call on when their dolphin quit eating? Shadow Mountain Feed. They developed a nutrition solution right in their store. From elephants to dogs and everything in between, they have what you need to feed, grow, and show your animals. They have everything except bread. Don't go there for bread. Shadow Mountain Feed, your one-stop care center for your best friends. At 2371 West Bella Vista, call 775-727-5527.
Change can be scary, as if your life's been turned upside down. But it comes with growth and a sense of freedom, much like the openness of the American road. We always arrive where we are meant to be, riding on the shoulders of those before us and preserving the core values that led us on our journey. Join Touchstone Energy Cooperatives in celebrating the power of human connections.
We learn valuable life lessons from our loved ones. Lessons that protect our home and keep us safe. Like avoiding pests such as cockroaches that can be attracted to leaking pipes. Or mice that are drawn to left out food. And standing water around your home can be a breeding ground for mosquitoes. Stopping pests that can spread disease is a valuable life lesson to pass down from one generation to the next. Learn how you can have a healthy, pest-free home. Visit pestworld.org.
Wounded Warrior Project empowers post-9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
I realized I could be successful in a civilian career.
We stand by warriors and advocate for their needs going forward.
They were by my side in the hospital, and they're still with me today.
Through our programs, community, and advocacy, we're proving
anything is possible.
Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/together.
In the quiet corners of our country, everyday people with a love for the outdoors are leaving the world a little better than they found it. With no recognition or pat on the back, the reward is the rustle of leaves, the ripple of water, the call of the wild. These are the unsung heroes of the wetlands. Everyday people investing their time, their resources, and their hearts into conservation. They are the stewards of our most precious resources, ensuring that the magic of the outdoors lives on for future generations. Ducks Unlimited relies on the hard work and support of these individuals. Without their dedication, our mission to protect these vital ecosystems for those who draw inspiration and sustenance from them would remain out of reach. Join Ducks Unlimited and become part of a community of outdoor enthusiasts committed to preserving our wetlands for the next generations of unsung heroes. A public service from Ducks Unlimited.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo, and well, as you heard during our Las Vegas correspondent Maria Sanders' report, it's her birthday today, and everyone here from News 25 wants to wish her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. 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 Happy birthday to you.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Lerner and Rowe Weather Cam, Discovery Park, and the Ducks are enjoying the rebounded temperatures, nearly 60 degrees. Now listen, in some parts of Pahrump, we had a low recently of 12 degrees. Forecast coming up with Kaylee.
It's a new year, and it's time to start something new with Saïda Trudeau. Starting now and all month long, we are celebrating the new year with incredible savings on every new vehicle in stock. I'm talking about every leftover 2024 Ram 1500, 2500, and 1-ton. Every new 2024 and 2025 Jeep Compass and Grand Cherokee. You can save big on all new 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4xEs. We have Nye County's largest inventory, But if you don't see what you're looking for, let us do the legwork for you and find the right one for you. Our professional locators have years of experience locating the vehicle of your dreams. At Saida Trudeau, we don't use the bait and switch tactics. We treat you like a friend and a neighbor. Come see the difference for yourself with the Start Something New sales event going on now at Saida Trudeau, Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram, your original hometown dealer.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. If you're hearing this, it means you're probably not dead, which is great. Call our office today to schedule an appointment for your will or your trust so that your family can be taken care of when you pass away. On the other hand, if you've recently lost a loved one, now it's time to talk and go over how to administer their estate. In either case, give us a call today, 775-727-9900. Let us show you why we've been recognized by Best of Las Vegas and voted Best Attorney for Pahrump for the last 4 years. Call today, 775-727-9900.
Ace Country.
Rise and shine. Tune in Sunday mornings at 8 for the Classic Country Breakfast with me, Mikey. I'll be playing a whole hour of all the classics. From Willie. On the road again. To Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
To Patsy.
Crazy.
To Dolly.
Jolene, Jolene.
All the classic country music to start your Sunday morning. You bring the hash browns, and I'll bring the Hank.
Good evening, Nevada. I'm Kaylee Bentler in the News 25 Weather Studios. Let's check out our regional weather. Up in Fernley, we saw 51, 50 in Fallon, 51 Carson City, 49 in Tonopah, 50 Goldfield, 62 in Beatty, 68 Amargosa, 62 Las Vegas, and 75 in Death Valley. But over in our paradise at Pahrump, we're currently seeing clear skies at 57 degrees. We hit a high of 65 earlier, winds north-northeast 9 miles per hour, humidity 7%, and the sun rose at 6:51. But we watched it go away just a little bit ago at 5 o'clock on the dot. Expect humidity at 17%, winds east-northeast 7 miles per hour, and with a low of 28. It's very cold. The skies are staying clear. Let's check out the rest of our week. Tomorrow, Thursday, we got sunshine at 59 degrees. And then for our weekend, we see heavy clouds rolling in. Saturday, seeing the most clouds, 59 degrees. And those clouds kind of dissipate for Sunday at 53 degrees. Temperatures take a dip on Monday, 49 degrees, but they bump right back up for Tuesday and Wednesday. Clear skies, landing on 57 degrees on Wednesday. And that is your look at the weather. Back to the desk. Here's Chris.
Thank you very much, Kaylee. Well, there is a chance of some moisture maybe this weekend, so be careful. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight. Make it a great night. I'm Chris Palermo.
That first time seeing my son, I feel like my life did a 180. I was already trying to change my perspective of life and really just be a father figure that I never had. Being present is the most important part.
Attorney Jonathan Nelson, reminding you that if you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important to have somebody on your side. When you need a lawyer,
then you need Nelson.
In an exciting twist, Sphere Entertainment has teamed up with Warner Brothers Discovery, Google, and Design Studios Magnipus to showcase The Wizard of Oz, blending original content with modern technology. The Wizard of Oz is set to be featured on the Sphere's enormous wraparound LED screen in 16 resolution with 4D physical effects along with AI assistance. Here's a preview of what's to come this August 28th.
We're not in Kansas anymore. Give them back to me or I'll... It's too late.
There they are, and there they'll stay. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
Sphere Entertainment CEO Jim Dolan described in a statement, quote, "Our goal for the Sphere experience is a diverse slate that leverages Sphere's power as an experiential medium."
The thoughts you'd be thinking you could be another Lincoln if you only had a brain.
The tinsmith forgot to give me a heart.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my. Why, you're nothing but a great big coward.
You're right.
There's Emerald City. Oh, we're almost there. Emerald City is fast as lightning. What's happening? What is it? Where's Toto?
You can't rest now. We're nearly there.
The conversion process of the 1939 film into a shorter enhanced version is estimated at $80 million, according to the New York Post.
Bring me her broomstick, and I'll grant your requests. Now go.
You cursed brat! Look what you've done! I'm melting! Who thought a good little girl like you could destroy my beautiful wickedness?
Not even the original flying monkeys or an unwilling dose of opium in the form of poppy plants could stop them.
We brought you the broomstick of the Wicked Witch of the West. You are really great and powerful. You keep your promises.
Do you presume to criticize the great Oz? You ungrateful creatures! The Scarecrow, by virtue of his highly superior brains, shall rule in my stead, assisted by the Tin Man, by virtue of his magnificent heart, and the Lion, by virtue of his courage. Obey them as you would me.
Now those magic slippers will take you home in 2 seconds.
There's no place like home. I'm not going to leave here ever again, because I love you all.
There's no place like home. Reporting from Las Vegas, I'm Maria Centers for News 25.
Always low, low prices at Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza.
Nestled in the heart of the city, the Regency Towers is a true definition of Old Las Vegas and is designated as a historical landmark due to its cultural significance. Last year, during its 50th anniversary Golden Jubilee, the high-rise experienced its first reported auto theft, while its victim was none other than local Las Vegas legend Maxine Gaines. KPVM-Television had the opportunity to sit down with Ms. Gaines and find out all the facts.
As far as I know, my car was parked earlier that day. And the next morning is when I found out at 7:30 in the morning on the 24th, Thanksgiving Day. Valet went to get my car, and my car wasn't in my parking space.
The Las Vegas Country Club is a pretty secure gated community. How would one even get in here to steal your car? What happened next?
I had to call the police, and they came out about 8:30 in the morning and took the report and so on. Then I asked for any filmage because we have security and cameras. They couldn't come up with any footage that day. The next day I said some cameras had to work. There had to be some knowledge of an intruder here because a camera is working, it will show if someone walked in the garage. And he found a video and showed me of the man walking around trying a couple of cars on the passenger side door.
You got one video, but there was no videos 24 hours prior, yet they had one convenient video to give you the next day when you realized indeed there were videos. But the side of the video of your car getting stolen is also conveniently not in the video that you were given.
Right.
The Regency Towers is a historical landmark here in Clark County. What is your relationship with the building? Are you attached to it? Did you buy it on a good deal, moved out of state? What is your relationship with the Regency Towers?
I always knew I was going to move to Regency Towers when I sold my home.
Do you believe in your heart that you were a victim of elder abuse and perhaps whoever targeted you didn't do their homework?
I doubt if they did their homework. Yes, I'm an elderly lady living alone, and I'm very active. And I say hello to everybody, but nobody knows really much about me. I'm a very private person. So I had an old Hyundai Sonata 212, which parts are worth money. They went for my car, and there were 2 other Hondas, old Hondas, parked in the garage by the entrance, which were closer to the entrance and exit. They didn't touch them. They went for my car. Now,
probably not a good choice.
Not a good choice. No responsibility. Even when they originally stole my car, that back in November, they wouldn't even call the police. They said it's not their responsibility, it's my car. But I use valet, so it's the building's responsibility. If there's anything that goes wrong or someone has a fight in their unit and there's hollering going on, they call the police, but they wouldn't call it for my car.
Built in 1974, the Regency Towers is one of the oldest high-rises here in Las Vegas. Reporting from Clark County and shooting it over that hump to Pahrump, I'm Maria Centers for News 25.
Todd's Carpet and Tile Cleaning. Call or text 702-595-0488.
The Animal Foundation of Las Vegas is one of the highest volume single-site animal shelters across the nation and takes in every single surrendered animal that comes to their doors, no matter what. The nonprofit 501c3 organization is currently in a critical space crisis and needs our community's help. My former Athenian street cat, Kalamata Gatula, and I now bring you a look into all of the vital services the Animal Foundation of Las Vegas provides and how all interested can get involved.
We are one of the largest single-site shelters in America. We take in about 25,000 animals a year.
We're really the central shelter for the Las Vegas Valley.
You're taking an animal that really needs you. And a lot of times people come here and they think that they know what they're looking for, and there's an animal that sort of captures their heart.
Work with guinea pigs, rabbits, snakes, lizards, everything, chickens.
For the past 5 years, the nonprofit has experienced a 61% rise in animal intakes and relies on community support to maintain its services.
Every animal in our care, upon intake, they get their intake vaccines. They get a general, look at, hands-on by a vet, making sure everything looks okay. Before they leave, they get their spay or neuter surgery, along with their rabies and their microchip. I think we try to do our best in making sure that every adoption is a successful adoption. Overpopulation is just such a big issue. The people come, people move, they leave their animals.
As of May 13th, the Animal Foundation is now caring for more than 1,000 creatures as temperatures continue to soar.
There's this misconception that all we get are a certain breed of animals, or that these animals are broken or not happy and not healthy, and that's not true. We get animals from all ways of life. They come in all different scenarios.
Decided to go ahead and adopt another one. There's just too many of them that don't have a place to go. But I think he appreciated it, like he knew he'd been saved.
The foundation serves as an open admission shelter in the same form as a public hospital and accepts every animal in need, no matter how sick or injured.
There's just so many unique cases that come through that you keep with you because you're so proud to have been a part of their journey.
We all go through a lot of stuff. Life is hard. Life is so hard, but when we have our best friends there that are always with us, it definitely makes the day worth it.
It's almost in a spiritual sense fulfilling, sort of the stewardship of what we're given with the earth.
The Animal Foundation of Las Vegas has been saving critters since 1978. I saved Kalamata Gatula 17 years ago, yet she saved me. Sending it back to our studios in Pahrump, we're Maria and Kalamata Gatula Centers for News 25 Las Vegas.
Always low prices at Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza.
Just about a 2-hour drive from the Las Vegas Strip and a little over an hour from Pahrump, the mystifying ghost town of Rhyolite still stands tall and sits on a blend of federal and private lands. KPVM-Television had the opportunity to travel to the once booming mining mecca in the remote Wild Wild West and check it out for ourselves. Gold was first discovered in the vicinity back in 1904 by prospectors Frank Shorty Harris and Ernest Ed Cross as they were exploring the Silver State's western border and came across high-grade gold ore. The two coined their claim Bullfrog, inspired by the region's green-hued rocks, and within a year's time had built several mining camps which evolved to the Bullfrog Mining District. News of the lucrative gold operation made its way north to Goldfield and Tonopah, attracting thousands of individuals to Rhyolite. During its peak, 4 daily stagecoaches connected Goldfield to the Bullfrog Mining District, while the town was established in 1905. The original 2-tent mining camp had then at that point amassed to a bustling town with a population of about 5,000 people within 6 months' time. While mining camps were a common commodity around Nevada during the late 1800s and early 1900s, Rhyolite was deemed highly profitable vital due to its valuable ore extractions. In its prime, Rhyolite boasted 50 saloons, 35 gambling tables, 19 lodging houses, 16 restaurants, several barbers, a weekly newspaper publication coined the Rhyolite Herald, a public bathhouse, and a red light district. The mining town's success attracted businessman Charles M. Schwab to invest in the community, who then bought the Bullfrog Mining District in 1906. Schwab secured a railroad connection with Las Vegas and Tonopah, and within 1 year, 3 railroads were linked to Rhyolite's shiny new train station. Luxuries such as telephone lines, electric street lamps, plumbing, and concrete sidewalks were incorporated in Rhyolite, which was not the norm for mining boomtowns. A hospital, 3 banks, a stock exchange, 2 churches, an opera house, and a public swimming pool were all created in Rhyolite's downtown district due to Schwab's finances. While Rhyolite and the Bullfrog Mining District generated more than $1 million worth of gold within 3 short years, approximately $27 million in today's world, the boomtown went down almost as rapidly as it rose. As with many mining communities, its high-grade ore began to deplete. San Francisco's 1906 earthquake rattled Rhyolite to its core, resulting in serious disruptions of its railroad service and other day-to-day necessities. By 1910, Rhyolite mines began to cease operations, businesses failed, and community members had to start looking for work elsewhere. In 1914, the city lost electricity and its downtown dried up. By 1920, only 14 residents remained in Rhyolite. As timber and stone are rare resources in the desert, most of its infrastructure was taken down and repurposed in the state. True to its ghost town name, there were no other humans present while I was covering this majestic city, only the sounds of nature and the elements. In 1913, one of Rhyolite's original saloon bar tops was moved to Goodsprings and proudly lives on at the Pioneer Saloon. Now in modern times, Rhyolite Ghost Town is open to all and welcomes visitors every day of the year from sunrise to sunset free of charge, as it is spearheaded by the Nevada Bureau of Land Management. I've wanted to travel to Rhyolite for so long and take in all of its rich history and culture. Thank you for having me, Nye County. Now reporting from Las Vegas and throwing it back to our studios in Pahrump, I'm Maria Centers for News 25.